No matter where your business is today or where you want to take it, you'll get there faster and more profitably with an operating system. Welcome to Team OS, your guide to starting, growing, and optimizing a real estate team. Here's your host, Ethan Butte.
Welcome to Real Estate Team OS, your guide to starting, growing, and optimizing a real estate team. Thanks for checking out episode 0, which includes what Team OS is, what you'll be learning and who you'll be learning from, how this is a little bit different than some of the other shows and content that are out there, what you can expect from each episode, and a little bit about me, your host, Ethan Butte. So what is Real Estate Team OS? For starters, it's a show. It's a podcast. You can subscribe in YouTube and watch those episodes as they release, or you can subscribe in your preferred podcast app like Spotify or Apple Podcasts and listen to those episodes every week. We'll also be releasing bonus episodes as we go as well. So it's a show, but it's also a constant feed or stream of insights. You can follow at Real Estate Team OS on Instagram and TikTok. You can visit realestateteamos.com and subscribe for guest updates and email exclusive insights. So it's a show, it's a feed, but ultimately and most importantly, it's a curriculum. It's a growing curriculum. As we continue to learn, we'll continue to teach in a variety of content formats and content channels. This is the place to learn how different people are starting, growing, and optimizing a real estate team. We want to be your go-to place in whatever channels you prefer for these ideas and information. Is Team OS for you? What will you learn? No matter where you are on your journey and no matter where you want to go, odds are this is going to be helpful for you because the team model is so fundamentally important to the present and the future of the real estate industry. So if you're a team leader, of course, the stories, examples, ideas, tips, insights, hard-learned lessons that you'll be picking up are going to be very informative and helpful for you. But if you're a solo agent, you might be wondering, should I start a team? If so, when, how, why, with whom? Or if you're a solo agent, you might be wondering, should I join a team? What's in it for me? How does it work? What can I expect? What should I be looking for? You'll get answers to all those questions and more because we're discussing topics like the diversity of implementation of the team model in the real estate business. We'll be talking about team roles, structure, accountability, process, profitability. We'll be talking about leadership and team building, mission, vision, values, and purpose. We'll be talking about the what, why, who, when, and how of recruiting, interviewing, selecting, hiring, onboarding, coaching, training, mentoring, and more. We'll be talking about things that worked and things that didn't, things that were successful and things that failed, things that are tried and remain true, and things that need to change. And of course, we're also very receptive to your input and feedback as well. Whatever you need to know about this process, that's what we're going to be learning and teaching in Team OS. So who will you be learning from? So that you're equipped to make the best decisions possible at any stage of the team journey, and no matter what's next for you and your business, we'll be sharing a variety of faces, voices, personalities, backgrounds, stories, experiences in the ongoing conversation on Team OS. I'm personally thinking about diversity here in 4 different ways. The first is identity, age, gender, and ethnicity. The second is geography. We want to learn from people in a variety of real estate markets across North America, small, medium, and large. Of course, we also want to hear from people in different brands and franchises, as well as independents, because there are a number of considerations there as well. Fourth and finally, I'm thinking about it as diverse stages of the team journey. So we'll be hearing from folks who are just getting started, all the way to mega team leaders and everyone in between. The goal here is to help you make better decisions, to help you get where you want to go faster and more profitably. So what can you expect in these episodes? Expect depth, context, meaning, and value. We go deep here. We go to places you can't get unless you spend 45, even 55 minutes together. And if that seems too long for you, that's why we're doing all of the cut down content in all of the other channels as well. So we're going deep here, and we start and end every episode the same way. We start with the question, what is a must-have characteristic of a high-performing team? We close with a trio of a little bit more fun and personal questions. This or that, either or. I give a pair of questions and the person can answer one or the other. So we've got a few of those toward the end. And in the middle is the decision point. We're including in every episode a specific decision that someone had to make, a problem or an opportunity or a challenge that they faced on their team journey. When did they become aware of it? How did they approach it or think about it? How did they research and come to their decision? What decision did they ultimately make? What were some of the positive and negative consequences of that decision? What were some of the expected and unexpected consequences of that decision? How did it go? And if they faced that same thing again, or if a friend of theirs, like you, faced a similar problem, how would they advise? How would they make a decision going forward today in light of what they experienced there? So we cover a lot of ground in these conversations. It's a little bit personal and always professional. It's educational and entertaining, and all the time it's conversational. How is TeamOS different from a lot of the other stuff that's out there that's addressing teams and team building in real estate? I think about it in two main ways. The first is when you look at a lot of the content and conversation that's happening, a lot of it is driven by a team leader. You get to go very deep into their story, their philosophy, their tactics, their hard-learned lessons. And that's great. Sometimes they'll even bring in other people to kind of add a different perspective to that story. But here you get different stories from different people every single week, sometimes multiple people in 1 week. Your journey is completely unique. So you're going to pull different things from different people and implement them in ways that are very specific to you and your situation and your stage and your market. So that's one way that it's different. I would also add that for a lot of the shows that are out there, team building might come up now and then, but you don't know when that's going to come up, right? It comes up from time to time. Here, it's all of the time. This is about starting, growing, and optimizing a real estate team. So that's kind of one category of how this is unique. Another category is that it's free. So much of the best stuff is behind a paywall, and I don't mean that in any kind of a pejorative way. We should be investing in ourselves. We should be investing in our people. We should be investing in our businesses by spending on coaching and consulting, by spending to join or attend a mastermind, by spending to attend events. But here, this is coming to you wherever you prefer to consume it, however you prefer to consume it. If you want to read it off a web page, it'll be there. If you want to watch it as a full-length video or as a short-form video, you can watch it on your laptop or on your phone or on your tablet. If you want to walk around and do yard work or housework or drive around and listen to these conversations, you can. So this is always free in a variety of formats. It's with you presently to help you, again, make better decisions day to day to grow a more successful business. So those are a couple ways that TeamOS is different than some of the other stuff that's out there. So who am I? Who is the host of Real Estate TeamOS? My name is Ethan Butte, and my career to date has been in two halves. The first half was building and improving marketing teams inside local television stations, which I did in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in Chicago, and out here where I am now in Colorado Springs. More recently, the second half has been creating a mountain of education-based content inside software companies in a variety of channels and in a variety of formats for a variety of audiences, employees, customers, future customers, and other folks in our ecosystem. And along that journey, I've wound up producing, hosting, and releasing more than 300 podcast episodes and counting. For about 4.5 years and more than 270 episodes, I did that with the Customer Experience Podcast. For the past year and more than 36 episodes, I've done that with Chief Evangelist, a show that I'll continue hosting. And I'm a huge believer in this format. I think it's a fantastic way for all of us to learn and grow together, especially when we focus on a particular mission and topic. For about a dozen years, I served as VP Marketing and Chief Evangelist at a software company called BombBomb. And this is where I came alongside and served and learned from folks in real estate, mortgage, title, financial advisory, insurance, and a number of other relationship and referral-based businesses to help develop best practices, specifically in this case, related to video. I currently serve as Chief Evangelist at Follow Up Boss, an open and flexible platform where top performers create thriving real estate businesses. Alongside with Follow Up Boss CMO Steve Passanelli, I'm the Wall Street Journal bestselling co-author of 2 books, Rehumanize Your Business and human-centered communication. I so appreciate this opportunity to host Team OS, and I hope you'll come along with us on this journey. Thank you again for checking out episode 0 of Real Estate Team OS. Subscribe by email for guest updates and exclusive insights. Subscribe in YouTube or in your preferred podcast app for weekly episodes and bonus episodes. Get quick tips all the time in Instagram and TikTok. Follow at Real Estate Team OS. Get access to all of this and more at realestateteamos.com, your guide to starting, growing, and optimizing a real estate team.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Team OS. Get quick insights all the time by checking out Real Estate Team OS on Instagram and on TikTok.